Right, with us we have Namibian coach Phil Davies. Phil, the New Zealand game's now over. Done and dusted. Tonga is coming up though, and this is a game that you will be targeting to win. But first, tell us, you've now named your squad for that match. Just give us a breakdown on the squad there.
We've again, Hagar, we've looked at picking from a consistency point of view. We've looked at our 23-man squad again, and we've looked at momentum. Trying to build further momentum, and also look at the challenges that Tonga are going to present. They're number 11 in the world. We want to win every game we play, but we've got to be realistic as well. And we're number 20, they're number 11, and we've got a big challenge in front of us on Tuesday night. And we believe the changes and the 23 we've picked. There's a lot of consistency in the 23. We've picked Russell Van Wyk, comes in from outside of the 23 from the last game, as does Damien Stevens and Danny Van Wyk. So we think they bring a lot of experience, a lot of skill. We've got Ruan Kitshoff starting his first game as well. We've got PJ Van Zyl playing at 8, where he's come as a lock. PJ Van Zyl on the bench with Ronaldo and Ruan Kitshoff and Jack Berger in the back row. The front 5 is the same. We've had to make a change at scrum half with Neil starting because Eugene's got a bit of a cheek. His big bruise actually looks as if he's had a few rounds with Mike Tyson. So he looks pretty bruised, but he's okay, fortunately. And then AJ de Klerk and Johnny have been the 2 prop changes. Yaku played well, and we've got to manage Yaku, but Raul is injured, so that's why we made that change with AJ. So there's a good balance. We've got the squad. We're very comfortable, with the 31 players. After this game, I think 28, 29 of the boys would have featured in the first 2 games. So that's great for the dynamic of the squad and the group, and the challenges are coming up, because we've obviously got Tonga, but we've got Georgia again, as people know, and Argentina. So it's always going to be a 23-man strategy, so we can get an 80-minute performance out of the players.
Right, and if you look at some of the other results, Georgia losing the other day to Argentina by quite a big score, and also some of the other results, how do you feel about that, and Namibia where do you see us in between that?
Well, it's I don't look at what other teams do. We can't control any of that. We have a look and see but Georgia beat Tonga. Georgia were, I think, 14th in the world at the time. Tonga were 11th, so the rankings would suggest Tonga would win. But obviously they didn't. But I think Argentina are again 6th or 7th in the world, and Tonga are 11th, and Argentina put 50 points on them. So the score lines sometimes can be unpredictable, and that's the beauty of the World Cup. Really, you wouldn't have thought Japan would have beaten South Africa, but it's we're just concentrating on ourselves. We're playing the game that we want to play, and we've come a long way in a short period of time. And we want to continue to build and grow momentum, and this performance is important, and we play really well. If we play really well, anything can happen on the scoreboard, and that's the most important thing. So it's again playing a team that's 9 places above us in the world rankings. We've got to be realistic. We want to win, of course we do, but it's a huge challenge for us.
Right, and if you just look at the players and the mental preparation after the hire of the All Blacks, do you think they are mentally ready for Tonga, or how did you manage that?
Well, we'll only know really if they're ready. It's a bit of a hindsight, and it's a PhD in hindsight situation here. But yeah, I think they are. We've had 2 days where we gave them 2 days rest. Really, with a long day of travel on Friday, and over 11 hours travelling from London to Plymouth. So we didn't do anything, nothing to do with rugby then. We just had a rest when we got here. Saturday was a complete rest day again, other than treatments. And to make sure that the boys are physically and mentally ready to train today, which they did, and we trained well today. Very pleased with the session that we did. We focused on some key areas of the game that we feel are going to be important against Tonga today. We've got a light training session tomorrow, and then we play Tuesday. So I think the boys are in good form. The boys who haven't been involved in the match 23, or who only had limited game time on Thursday night against New Zealand, or people indeed like Tina Duplessis, who was absolutely outstanding, and PJ are on the bench. So they're going to come off the bench after having a really good 60, 70, 80 minutes. They'll come off the bench full of energy as well, because they haven't, we're managing the game, trying to give everybody and give us an 80-minute performance every time we play. That's why we're looking always at a 23-man strategy.